Good morning, Bob Barker Company team members. In a message to all of you just about a week ago now, we talked about the racial tensions that are going on across our country and even within our own organization of Bob Barker Company. And I invited each of you to participate in listening sessions with myself and my sister and CFO, Nancy Johns. We've had an overwhelming response to that invitation. We've had over 110 people raise their hand and said that they would like to participate in those conversations. And I think it really indicated how much interest and passion there is around this topic. With that in mind, Nancy and I really wanted to make sure that we did these conversations well, and that they were conversations that were helpful and healing to our team members, and that also took us to a clear path forward in how we grow in our inclusion and diversity as an organization together. And so we embarked on a journey of trying to find a resource that had a lot of experience in this area that could come alongside us with this and partner with us and help us navigate these conversations that can be difficult and uncomfortable at times. And that brought us to Tru GRIT, who is right here in the Triangle area and has been doing pretty phenomenal work in the area of leadership and diversity and inclusion for many years now, with different types of organizations, from companies like ours to towns and law enforcement organizations, churches, and other type of organizations in helping them navigate these conversations. I want to introduce Tru today, who is going to be helping us navigate what we're going to call Tru GRIT Conversations at the Bob Barker Company in the coming weeks and months. And so here's Tru.
Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. And I want to commend you and the organization for your willingness to embrace in these, as you said, very difficult and oftentimes uncomfortable conversations. Doing this type of work for close to 7 years now, I realized that every organization and every culture is different. But the one thing that I've also realized is the principles in how to approach these difficult conversations remains the same. And it's really about having a willingness to engage in these uncomfortable conversations and experience that temporary sting of discomfort, because on the other side of that temporary sting is when the healing can begin. And people are hurting right now. And the only way to address that pain is to talk about it. And if we don't talk about it, we can expect that pain to continue to take place. So what's important is we allow people to come together and share their feelings one with another, so that their counterparts can understand how they feel, but not just how they feel, why they feel that way. So for the Black and brown employees in the company, it's important that you share with your white counterparts why you're hurt, why you're angry, why you're frustrated, why you're outraged, why you're confused, so that they can understand what they can then do to help alleviate that pain and develop levels of empathy to understand the source of that pain, not just one incident that has occurred, but how it's been something that has created trauma for generations. And then for the white members of the organization, it's important that you share your hearts with your Black and brown brothers and sisters, so that they can know that you do care. You are as outraged as they are about the things that are going on, so that no one involved is creating their own narrative about how their colleagues and counterparts may or may not feel about something. So we call that sharing the heart. And the process that we've seen be as successful as anything we've ever done is the process of sharing the heart, then the head, then the hands. So these series of conversations will flow that way. We will encourage you all to share your hearts, to strengthen the empathy, to have a stronger emotional connection and build trust and legitimacy, to then be in the right headspace to share thoughts and ideas as we transition to the head sessions, where we can collaborate and co-create on thoughts and ideas to create the healthiest, most thriving and inclusive environment for everyone to thrive, show up as their full authentic selves in the workplace, with greater performance and productivity and a higher morale and a value and a feeling of value and appreciation. Then we go from the heart to the head to the hands. Now, what do? It's time to put in the work to hold each other accountable for taking the necessary action, specific action steps that will allow us to create that inclusive environment that we all seek and desire. So these three portions of these sessions will allow all of you to contribute to creating the environment that you all seek.
All right.